Have you ever shared your plans with someone and then everything started to fall apart?
Maybe people doubted you, copied your idea, filled your mind with negativity, or somehow your excitement disappeared.
If that has ever happened to you, you're not alone. Today, you'll discover why keeping some things private can protect your goals, your peace, and your future.
Welcome. You are in the right place.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. English Podcast. I am James.
And I am Emma. And today we have something very special and very real for you.
This topic is something people do not talk about enough, but it affects everyone, every single person listening right now.
We're talking about the power of silence, what it means, why it matters, and how staying quiet can protect your dreams, your peace, and your happiness.
If you're new here, welcome. We make English easy. We use simple words, we talk about real life, and we want to help you feel more confident every single day.
So before we start, please do one small thing. Hit subscribe right now. It helps us more than you know. And share this channel, Mr. English Podcast, with one person today. Just one person who needs this message.
Okay, are you ready?
Let us begin.
Emma, can I ask you something personal?
Oh no. Okay, go ahead.
Have you ever shared good news with someone and then felt worse after?
Yes, actually yes, more than once.
Tell me one time.
Okay, so a few years ago, I got a new job, a really good one. I was so happy, I was excited, and the first thing I did was tell everyone, my family, my friends, even people I was not that close to.
And then?
And then something strange happened. Some people were happy for me, but some people were just quiet. Or they said something like, "Oh, that is far from home. Is it safe?" Or, "Do you think you are really ready for that?"
And how did that feel?
It felt like someone put a small hole in my balloon, like all the happy air started to slowly come out, and suddenly I was not excited anymore. I was worried. I was second-guessing myself, and I hadn't even started the job yet.
That is such a real feeling, and I think so many people listening right now know exactly what you're talking about.
It wasn't that those people were bad, but their words, their energy, their doubt got inside my head, and it lived there for weeks.
And here's the question. What if you hadn't told anyone until you were already doing well in the new job?
That's a good question. Everything would have been different.
So that's what today is about. The power of silence. Not being unfriendly, not hiding from the world, but being wise about what you share, when you share it, and who you share it with.
And this is so important for English learners too, because when you're learning something new, building something new, changing your life in some way, you're in a fragile moment.
Fragile means easy to break, like a new plant. It needs quiet, water, and care. Not too many hands touching it before it's strong.
I love that image, a new plant.
Your dreams are like new plants. They need quiet to grow.
Okay, let's start with the first big idea, and this one surprised me when I first heard it.
Tell us.
Okay, so when you share something exciting too early, before it's ready, before it's real, something inside your brain gets confused. It feels like you already have the thing, like you already succeeded.
Because you got the reaction. People said, "Oh, wow, that's great." And your brain felt that warm feeling.
Yes, and because your brain already felt the reward, it becomes harder to do the actual work, the work that would make the dream real.
So the talking becomes a replacement for the doing.
Exactly. The announcement replaces the action, and slowly, quietly, the dream fades away, and you don't even fully understand why.
Have you ever told someone about a plan and then never did it?
James, many times.
Me too. I once told 3 people I was going to start learning guitar. I talked about it for 2 weeks. I never bought the guitar.
The guitar that never arrived.
But I felt like a musician for those 2 weeks because people were responding, people were interested, and that feeling was enough. Too enough.
Too enough is not grammar, but I understood it completely.
Thank you. The point is, the feeling of the announcement was so good that I didn't need the real thing anymore.
And this happens with English learning too. Someone says, I'm going to study English every day. They tell their family, they tell their friends, they get encouragement. Everyone says, yes, do it, you will be great. And then they open the book twice and stop.
Because the excitement was in the announcement, not in the daily work.
So silence protects you from that trap. When you don't tell anyone, the only satisfaction you get is from actually doing the work.
The doing becomes the reward.
Yes, and that's a much more powerful place to be.
Now let's talk about something that many people feel but don't always say out loud: jealousy and the evil eye.
Yes, this is real. And in many cultures, people talk about this very openly. There's a belief that when others look at your blessings with envy, with jealousy, it can bring bad energy into your life.
And even if you don't believe in the spiritual side of it, there's a very practical side too.
Tell us the practical side.
Your new job, your new relationship, your new business, your savings, your progress. Not everyone will respond with pure happiness for you.
Some people will smile to your face.
And feel something else inside.
And that something else is very human. It is not always evil.
But it is real. When we see someone else moving forward, sometimes it makes us feel like we are standing still.
And that feeling can turn into negativity.
And that negativity can come out in very subtle ways. Small comments, a look, a tone of voice, a question that sounds friendly but actually plants a seed of doubt.
Oh, you are moving to a new city? But do you know anyone there? Oh, you started a business? But is the market not very difficult right now? Oh, you are learning English, but it takes so long. Are you sure?
Those sentences sound like concern.
But they can feel like a slow puncture, like air slowly leaving from your confidence.
And when you share too much too soon, you open the door to that energy. You invite those voices in.
But when you stay quiet, when you protect your plans and your progress, you close that door. You build in peace. You grow without interference.
Interference means something that gets in the way and stops progress.
Yes, silence removes interference.
Let me tell you a story, a real story, about a man named Daniel.
I am already interested.
Daniel worked at a regular job. He was not unhappy, but he had a dream. He wanted to open a small food business, just a small one, selling homemade food from his kitchen at first.
A simple dream, a real dream.
He was so excited that he told everyone at work, "I'm going to start my own business soon. I'm going to leave this job." He told his colleagues, his boss, his extended family.
Oh no.
And the reactions were mixed. Some people said, "Oh wow, that's exciting." But many people said things like, "Are you sure? It's very hard. Most small businesses fail in the first year. What will you do if it does not work? Have you saved enough money? Do you have experience?"
And what happened to Daniel?
He started to feel the weight of everyone's opinions. He began to doubt himself. He pushed the plan further and further into the future. He told himself he was waiting for the right moment, but really he was just trying to escape the pressure he had created by telling everyone.
The pressure of other people's doubt.
And 2 years passed. He was still at the same job, still dreaming, but no longer building.
That is such a sad story, but I know so many people who have lived a version of it.
Now here's the other part of the story.
There's another part?
There's always another part. One day, Daniel made a decision. He stopped talking about the business completely. He told nobody. He just quietly started doing small things. He saved a little money each month. He practiced cooking on weekends. He did research.
And he told no one?
No one, not even his close friends, just his wife. One person, someone who would support him and not add noise.
What happened?
After 8 months, he had a small product, real food, packaged nicely. He quietly sold it to a few people online. It went well. He did it again, better. Then he told people, not to ask for permission or validation, but to show them something that already existed.
That is so powerful. He wasn't announcing a plan, he was showing a result.
Silence gave Daniel the space to become ready before the world saw him.
I want to talk about something else, because sometimes people think that being quiet means being alone, or that silence means you trust nobody.
That's an important point.
Silence is not about closing your heart to everyone. It's about choosing very carefully who gets to be inside your inner world.
There's a big difference between your whole world and your inner circle.
Your whole world is everyone. Colleagues, neighbors, distant relatives, social media followers, people from school you haven't spoken to in years.
Your inner circle is maybe 2 or 3 people. People who truly love you, who want nothing from you, who will celebrate your wins honestly and support you through your losses honestly.
Those people deserve to know your dreams and your struggles.
But the outer world? The outer world sees the results when they're ready.
That is such a healthy way to live, and I think many people have never thought about it this way.
Because we live in a time where sharing everything is normal. Social media makes us feel like we should document every step of every journey.
Day 1 of my fitness journey, day 1 of my English learning, day 1 of my business.
And the likes feel like support, but most of the time, those people won't be there on day 47 when it gets hard.
They won't send you a message saying, "I know it's difficult right now, keep going." They liked your post and moved on with their day.
So the audience arrives without any real investment in your success. And when the audience is watching, you perform instead of building.
And performing is exhausting.
Sustainable means
Building
something that
is
can
sustainable.
continue for a long time without breaking. Let us talk about social media for a moment, because this is so relevant today.
Yes, social media is a beautiful thing in many ways, but it has also made silence feel uncomfortable.
When everyone is posting, when everyone is sharing, being quiet can feel like you are falling behind, like nothing is happening in your life.
But actually, the people who are truly building something important are often the quietest online.
Think about it. When you are deep in something meaningful, you do not have time to post about it. You are doing it.
The busiest builders are often the quietest sharers.
And the people who post everything sometimes have the least happening in reality.
Because the posting is the activity, not the building.
So silence online is not a sign that nothing is happening. It can be a sign that everything is happening.
I love that. Silence as a sign of serious work.
Now let us talk about something very personal, inner peace.
Yes, because silence is not only about protecting your plans from other people, it's also about protecting your mind from yourself.
Say more about that.
When we talk a lot about what we want to do, we live in our heads. We keep replaying the dream. We keep imagining the future. And sometimes that feels good, but sometimes it creates anxiety.
Anxiety means a worried, nervous feeling.
Yes, because the more you talk about something, the bigger it gets in your mind. And the bigger it gets, the more frightening it becomes.
But when you go quiet and just start doing small things, the anxiety becomes smaller.
Action is the cure for anxiety.
And silence creates the space for action.
When you're not busy explaining your plans to everyone, you have more energy to actually execute them.
Execute means to do something, to carry out a plan.
Yes, you have more time, more focus, more clarity.
Clarity means being clear in your mind, knowing what you need to do next.
Silence gives you clarity. Noise takes it away.
Let me ask you something, Emma. Have you ever noticed that after a very long conversation where you talked a lot, you sometimes feel empty?
Yes, actually yes. Like I gave too much away.
That is a real feeling, and it's connected to today's topic. When we talk and talk and talk, especially about personal things, we spend energy, emotional energy, and sometimes we spend more than we have.
And then we have less energy for the actual work.
So silence is also a way of conserving energy.
Conserving means saving, not wasting.
Yes, saving your emotional energy for the things that actually need it.
I started doing this a few years ago. If I had a new idea or a new goal, I would write it in my notebook instead of telling people. Just write it down, look at it, think about it quietly.
And how did that feel?
It felt like I had a secret garden, something beautiful that was mine, that nobody could touch or criticize or take energy from.
A secret garden. That's a beautiful way to say it.
And when the garden was ready, when things were growing, when I had real results to show, then I would open the gate. Then I would share.
And by then, you were confident.
Completely, because the work had already been done. I wasn't asking for belief anymore, I was showing reality.
Let's talk about what silence looks like in daily life, because I think some people hear this and they think, okay, I will never speak again.
No, that's not the message.
Not at all. Silence does not mean you are cold or distant or unfriendly.
It means you're thoughtful. You choose what you share. You choose when. You choose who.
So, practically speaking, what does this look like?
Let's say you're saving money for a big goal, maybe a trip, maybe a new business. You don't have to tell everyone you're saving. You just save, quietly.
Because once you tell people, the questions start. How much have you saved? Is that really enough? Are you sure you should be spending on that thing last week if you're saving?
Suddenly, your personal financial journey becomes a group discussion.
And you didn't ask for that discussion.
So you protect it with silence. You just do it. And one day, when you're on that trip or running that business, you can share the story.
Same with health. If you're trying to eat better or exercise more, you don't have to announce it.
Just do it. If someone notices after 3 months, wow, you look well, that's a beautiful moment. The result speaks for itself.
Same with relationships, especially new relationships. They're delicate. They need quiet time to grow.
When you introduce a new relationship to too many opinions too soon, you're putting the relationship under a microscope before it's ready.
And under too much light, even beautiful things can wither.
Wither means to become weak and stop growing.
So give your new relationship time to breathe before you let the world see it.
And same with English learning. This one is for everyone listening right now.
Yes, if you are working on your English, you don't have to tell everyone. You don't have to announce your level. You don't have to share every step.
Just practice. Every
And
day,
one day,
quietly.
you will be in a
consistently.
conversation, and the words will come naturally. And people will be surprised. And that surprise will be yours. You earned it in silence.
That is such a satisfying feeling, when the result shows up unexpectedly, when you did not announce it, but you made it happen.
The quiet work is the deepest work. Now, let us slow down and look at some useful words from today. Words you can use in your own life and conversations.
Great, let us go through them together.
First word, protect. Protect.
Protect means to keep something safe from harm or damage. I learned to protect my dreams by keeping them quiet.
Second word, fragile. Fragile.
Fragile means easy to break or damage. New plants are fragile. They need quiet and care to grow strong.
Third word, jealousy. Jealousy.
Jealousy means a feeling of wanting what someone else has, or feeling unhappy when others succeed. Silence protects you from the jealousy of others.
Fourth word, energy. Energy.
Energy in this context means the emotional strength and motivation inside you. Talking too much can drain your energy before the work begins.
Fifth word, clarity. Clarity.
Clarity means being clear in your mind, knowing what you want and what to do next. Silence gave me clarity about my next step.
Sixth word, consistent. Consistent.
Consistent means doing something regularly, not just once or twice. Quiet, consistent practice is more powerful than a loud announcement.
Seventh word, execute. Execute.
Execute means to carry out a plan, to actually do the thing. Stop talking about the plan, execute it.
Eighth word, wither. Wither.
Wither means to become weak and stop growing. Under too many opinions, good ideas can wither before they become real.
These words are simple, but very powerful. Try to use one of them this week in your own conversations or writing.
And don't worry about using them perfectly, just try. That's how you grow.
Now, let us take some common sentences that people say and make them better, more honest, more useful.
Because the way we speak about silence, about our goals, about our progress, it matters.
First sentence, I never tell anyone anything.
That sounds a little extreme, and maybe a little lonely. A better and more honest sentence is, I'm learning to be more selective about what I share and with who.
That sounds wise, not closed, just thoughtful.
Second sentence, I'm keeping secrets.
That sounds a little negative, like something is wrong. A better way to say it is, I'm protecting my plans until they're ready.
Yes, you're not hiding, you're protecting.
Third sentence, I don't trust people.
That's heavy, and it can close hearts. A softer and more honest sentence is, I'm careful about who I let into my inner world.
That's not distrust, that's wisdom.
Fourth sentence, nobody believed in me.
That one carries a lot of pain. A stronger version would be, I built it quietly before I showed the world, and the results spoke for themselves.
That turns a painful memory into a story of strength.
Fifth sentence, I'm afraid to share.
Very honest, but a more empowering version is, I'm choosing to protect this plan while I build it.
Fear becomes a choice. That's much stronger.
And the final sentence, people always say negative things.
That feels defeated. A more useful version is, I'm learning to filter whose opinions I let into my process.
Because not every opinion deserves your attention. You get to choose.
Before we close today, I want to leave you with something to think about this week.
Yes, a small challenge.
Think about one thing in your life right now that you want to build, improve, or change. Maybe it's your English. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's a project or a dream you've been carrying for a while.
And instead of telling 3 people about it today, just do one small, quiet action toward it.
Open the book. Write the first sentence. Save the first small amount of money. Take the first walk.
Don't announce it. Just do it and feel the difference.
Because there's a special kind of strength in quiet action. It belongs only to you.
And when the results come, they will be completely, fully, and beautifully yours.
Now we want to hear from you.
Have you ever shared something too soon and regretted it? Or have you ever built something quietly and felt proud of the result?
Share your story in the comments. We read every single one. And your experience could be the exact thing that helps another listener today.
Because this community is about learning together, English and life together.
And before you go, please remember to subscribe to Mr. English Podcast. Hit that button right now if you haven't already.
And share this episode with someone who needs to hear it today, someone who's working on something quietly, someone who needs a reminder that silence is not weakness. Silence is power.
Thank you so much for listening today. We are truly grateful you spent this time with us.
Keep building, keep growing, keep protecting your beautiful, quiet plans.
Until next time, take care of yourself.
And remember, the most powerful things in this world often grow in silence.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.